Okay, hello my friends. Welcome to March Shop My Stash, which is a little bit insane. March just flew by. Do I say that in every Shop My Stash? I'm sure that I do. So I'm going to start by priming. Obviously I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Matte Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. And then I'm also going to take, oh my god, this is so dirty. I just traveled, like I went away for the weekend, and now this primer is not clean on the outside anymore. But I'm going to take the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer, and saying that is like the nicest way I can. For foundation, I'm going to take the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. I feel like I'm unofficially like panning this foundation just because I don't, like, it's nice. I do like it actually. For a long time it was one of my absolute favorites, but I feel like I'm just ready to move on to other things, so I would like to just use it up and maybe buy a different one. And then I'm going to, for brows, I'm going to take the Beauty Bay Brush Up Brows Brow Soap. I use this in a Get Ready With Me, and then I had to reformat my memory card, which I didn't know until after I clicked OK was just erasing my memory card. So it's gone. And so I will use this in a video again today, but I ordered the new Beauty Bay palette, so videos will be coming with those. But this was like a free like gift with purchase or whatever, and I've been using it. Like, I've used it a good amount so far, and I actually enjoy it. I don't think I prefer it to soap brows. I think I prefer just using regular soap a little bit more, but I think it actually is a pretty good alternative if you don't want to use soap. Or I took this with me when we went away last weekend, and it was just way more convenient than bringing a fucking bar of soap, which I usually do, which is fucking put it in a little baggie and go on my merry way. But this is definitely much more convenient. It feels a little bit thicker than regular soap, and I feel like, so it feels, regular soap just feels like it's a little bit more effective, but I think this is quite a good alternative actually. And I've always been skeptical of products like this because I'm like, they're not gonna work, but it does actually. I mean, it's just probably legitimately just soap in a little tin, and I'm sure it's pretty affordable. And I find that it doesn't quite set fully down like soap brows do, but it does last. Like, I don't have any problems with it like falling down or anything. While my brows are setting, I'm going to take the NARS Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base to prime. And then I'm going to put some concealer right in the inner part of my eyes. This is just a Maybelline Fit Me. And then just blend it in with a little brush. And then I'm going to put some lip balm on. This is the Florence by Mills Glow Yeah Lip Oil, which you already know if you've been watching me for the past couple months that I do not love. And then I'm going to fill my brows in with the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I use the shade Auburn. So for my eyes today, I want to do something, I felt so compelled to do this, I thought of it recently. I want to do something that's like cool toned, but really has like a bottom lash line focus, like really smoky bottom lash line. I remember Sarah Hawkinson did this look probably in like 2013. I can't even remember, maybe a little bit later than that, but I was absolutely obsessed with her. I still am, but she doesn't really make beauty content anymore. And I don't know, I was just like, wow, I really want to do that again. And I'm gonna use my older Naked palettes because it's a shop my stash. So let's see, I'm gonna start I think with the Urban Decay Naked. I'm pretty sure she used Urban Decay Naked too, and I remember that. Here, let me zoom you in. I remember that because that's the palette, that's like the one palette I had, and she also used it a lot, so I used to just like watch her and try to recreate all of the look she did with her Naked 2 palette, and it really just brings me back. I'm going to start with the shade Buck from the Naked 2. From the original. Oh, no. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with the shade Naked from the Naked palette. And this, by the way, is not, this is actually relatively new, this palette. My grandma gave it to me when they were like discontinuing this palette, Urban Decay. But my original Naked 2 that I will use today is as old as you think it is, so don't feel too alarmed. I'll be fine. And I want to do like a rounded shape today, so I'm just trying to make sure that I don't blend it out too far. And then I'm going to take the shade Tease from my Naked 2, but I can't really show you because all these shades are falling out of the pan. This used to be like my favorite eyeshadow. I don't know why. I'm honestly shocked that I haven't hit pan on this. Anyway, I'm just going to, I was gonna say deepen my crease, but I don't know if I can deepen my crease with this shade. I'm gonna try to build it up. I'm sure it's like so old that it probably won't really work anymore, but, and maybe I'll bring that onto my outer corner as well. Okay. And then I'm gonna take the Urban Decay and Gwen Stefani palette, and I'm going to take the shade Serious, which is this cool toned browny gray, like taupe. It almost looks more like really, truly gray. And I'm just gonna deepen my crease with this. See what we can get. This palette's not exactly new either. Gwen Stefani has really now come full circle. Now she has her own brand, which also give you a whole bunch of neutral, cool toned eyeshadows, which honestly, well, maybe she has one warm quad, but you know what? As someone who like buys a lot of makeup and likes colorful makeup and all this stuff, yeah, it's like not for me, but I will say like every time I talk to someone who isn't a big makeup wearer, it's so interesting to hear the things that other people are interested in, because it's all the shit that people say is so boring and who would ever buy this, you know? So I'm sure, honestly, that Gwen Stefani's makeup line is probably selling pretty good. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the shade Suspect from the Naked 2, because this is what I remember Sarah always using all over her lids. So I'm just gonna put this all over my lid, but first I'm gonna take some NYX glitter primer and we're just gonna seal this old dusty eyeshadow. Works on top of glitter primer. It looks about exactly as how I expected it to look. A satin taupe. LOL. Also remember MAC Satin Taupe. I think I have that shadow actually. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take a little bit of Tease and run this over the edge. Yeah, the shadow is not the one anymore. Tis deceased. And then I'm going to take Serious again and just run this through the front of my eye and blend Suspect out. And then also just deepen my outer corner. And then I'm going to take Naked again on a tiny brush or a tiny blending brush and just blend this over the edge. I'm going to take Suspect in my finger and pat that on my lid. And then I'm also going to take the shade Pistol, which is just this like gray basically, and put this just right next to my outer corner. And then I'm going to take the shade Booty Call from this Naked palette. It's just like a nice little satin champagne. And I'm gonna put this on my brow bone because frankly I probably won't ever use this palette again. So might as well use it while I can. Use it for now. Then I'm also gonna take a little bit of ColourPop's Super Shock Shadow in Frog. Because I want more sparkle from this look. And this is pink, but it's pretty, like it's not super strongly pink. And I just want something to add a little bit more. So I'm just gonna pat this on my lid. All right, let's zoom out and conceal a little bit. So I'm gonna take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer again and conceal my face. And we'll see how much I can actually conceal this giant thing on my cheek. And then I'm gonna take the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer and Spot Conceal. Yeah, I think this is the best that we're gonna do with this. Okay, so I'm going to contour with the KVD Liquid Gel Contour. And then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer and bronze. Is anyone going to shop the Sephora sale? I always feel like, I thought about making a video, but then I was like, I myself am trying, like it's always so easy to get sucked in because so many people are posting about it and whatever. It's like this whole big thing, but I'm not even Rouge this year. I'm only VAB, so a 15% discount is nothing, pretty much. It's like taxes. So, I don't know, like it's still something, but not really enough to warrant going ham, for me at least. If I had to make a list, I feel like I wanted to get the Melt Millennial Pinks palette for a long time because it's on sale, and then getting a discount on top of that would be great. And then maybe another Tower 28 gloss. I really want to get the one in the shade Oat, I believe. And the Fenty Heat Gloss in the shade Lemon Lime, or like the one with like gold sparkle in it, because I really, really love the one I have. And Freck. I also would like to get Freck because it's always good to get that on a discount. But realistically, I wouldn't probably buy all of that. Oh, and the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, because I almost bought the Auric Glow Glass when they had free shipping. I almost bought it and something just held me back. I don't know. I desperately want it, but it's just not cheap. Now I'm gonna powder using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. And just put that in the center of my face and underneath my jaw as usual. And I'm gonna take some Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Ethereal Light and blend or brush that powder away. Then I'm gonna take Rimmel Fit Me Pressed Powder and powder the rest of my face. Go back in with the Hourglass powder and put that everywhere. So let's finish my lower lash line. I'm gonna take a black eyeliner. Here, where is it? The one that I'm using is the Pixie Endless Silky Eye Pen. I like this. I just need to give it a sharpen here. I do like this, but I do find that it gathers in my inner corner throughout the day. So maybe you wouldn't repurchase it, but for this purpose it's going to be good because it's so creamy. So I'm going to put this in my waterline and smudge it onto my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the shade Creep from the Naked palette. Oh my god, there's something in my eye now. Anyway, let's hope that just goes away. And blend this out. And just like that, we are transported back to 2012. Okie doke. And now I'm going to try to blend this out with the shade Tease. We'll see how this goes. And as, I mean, like I typically do, but also for this look, I'm bringing it pretty far down. And then I'm just going to make sure the edges look a little bit more blended. I'm just going to go back into the shade Naked and just blend the edges out, just so they're not so choppy. And then I'm going to take Creep again and just make sure, basically just re-intensify that, re-blend it out. And then I really honestly don't even want to do an inner corner. I think I'm just going to take a tiny bit of Naked and just kind of brush that in there. Maybe I'll take Verve, which is just like a, I was gonna say silver, but it's not really silver. Anyway, it's just kind of like a little bit of a darker silvery like satin shade, so I'll just put that in there to kind of like bring everything together, but not to like highlight necessarily, you know? Okay, I love this so far. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to bronze now. I'm going to take this ColourPop bronzer in the shade Private Party. I believe that's the shade name. This is definitely going to be too warm for what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to pan it, so. So funny, like I used to think this was a good shade of bronzer for me. No. Couldn't be further from the truth. I'm gonna spray my face using my e.l.f. Dewy Coconut Setting Mist. For highlight, I'm gonna take this single eyeshadow from Covergirl in the shade Champagne. This was my favorite highlight for so long, and I still stand by the fact that it's beautiful and underrated. Don't know if they make this anymore. They probably don't. But it legitimately is like such a good highlighter. And then for blush, I'm going to take the shade, or the MAC blush in the shade Harmony, which is like a brownie rose. I feel as though this blush is perfect for this look. Okay, I'm going to take my brow gel. This is the Maybelline Brow Fast Sculpt in the shade Soft Brown. Just run this through my brows. And then I'm going to take some Freck and do some freckles. And then I'm just going to take my eyeliner and make sure... Sorry, I just started talking and then realized I couldn't do that. I'm just going to go back over my eyeliner just to make sure it's really nice and dark. Tight line with that. Whew, I hate doing that. And then I'm going to take Naked, or no. I'm going to take the Naked palette and the shade Creep and just make sure that I feel like there's like a little bit of a gap here between my top and bottom lash lines, so I just want to make sure that that's not happening. And then I'm going to give it one last big blend with the shade Tease. Okay. And then I'm gonna leave it there. I probably won't do anything else. I think I'm just going to do mascara. I feel like this is the very like no lashes look, and then finish up, do my hair, do my lips, and then be back to show you the finished look. Okay, and this is the finished look. On my lips I have the NYX lip liner in Espresso, and I blended it out with the NYX Suede Matte lip liner in Sandstorm, and then I have the ColourPop Creme lipstick in the shade Butter, which is no longer available, but that's what I have on my lips. I didn't put lashes on because I feel like this look just kind of suits no lashes. Like I think having lashes would kind of take away from it, but you can see I don't have very nice natural lashes, not helped by using false lashes all the time. I am so happy that I ended up doing this. I love it. I feel like I could wear this look every day and be so happy with it. I feel like what I wanted to look like in whenever I used to watch this video. Honestly, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description box. Sarah has a YouTube channel about horror now called Possessed by Horror, which I will also link down below. I just absolutely love her content, and I've been watching her for so long, and so it's just so nice to bring back memories. Probably will never use the Naked palette, the Naked 2 palette again. I can definitely tell that the shadows are not what they once were, but hey, it was still fun to play with them, and yeah, I'm just super happy with the way this look turned out. Thank you so much for watching. I love doing Shop My Stashes. They're not always the most viewed, but I love doing them, especially monthly. So thank you for everyone who tunes in. Subscribe, I guess. I don't really usually ask that of people, but I've been uploading pretty consistently. I'm trying to upload consistently Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Sunday, if you wanna, keep up to date with my stuff. And I would love to see you in my next video. Bye.